Yeah, it's pretty easy so far. Starship just like wins by itself, right? A lot of extra damage here. Still not sure what kind of like win conditions does he have. Um, as far as it is, like pretty much easy, but like hello, welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro, who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is the new recent edition of a BBU Starship DK. I found like specific versions of the deck, like the control-ish versions of the DKs that I played before. Sometimes really like a really strong mid game. You kind of like want to get an early presence. Obviously, you want to clear all those boards. You want to go to the late game, but specifically like it lacks the win condition on something like turn 6-9, and the Starship DK actually provides you potential for a win condition on turn 6-9, because you might just like high roll and get all the Starship pieces like the small ones, Guiding Figure, Soulbound Spire, Arkonite Defense Crystal. And after you kind of like summon like at least 3, you can just like launch a Starship on turn 6 basically, with an Orbital Moon going on for you if you have a Guiding Figure there. And potentially you can get like, Guiding Figure turn 2, Soulbound Spire turn 3, Soulbound Spire turn 4, Arkonite Defense Crystal turn 5. And turn 6 you have like a launch of a Starship plus an Orbital Moon, and you will summon a couple of 10 drops, plus you will have a huge Starship, plus it will be a reborn and will summon even more guys on the board. And usually that is like more than enough for you to finish an opponent as soon as turn 7. And this kind of like win condition actually makes me kind of want to actually try this deck a little more. We didn't like play it too much. We played it for some time when climbing like to the legend on an A. This deck appeared to be quite strong, but it didn't like do that well to us as compared like to Control Death Knights. But on EU, on Europe right there, it kind of like does much better. I tried like to play with a couple of cards before when I like prepared for the stream and stuff like yesterday. So right now, don't forget, like, if you want to make an old man happy here, make sure to hit that sub button. And if you like all the decks that I like make, try to see all the links, all the like stuff that I actually post under the video. Maybe you'll check the join button. Maybe you'll check like a Twitch and join us here live. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe you'll enjoy the quantity even more. But for now, let's jump right in. Yes, a priest. Okay, well, that is probably a Remy one, right? Well, I've seen a couple of aggro priests before during the legend climbs, but considering that can be an aggro as a Remy priest, we probably need a Dirty Red here. As weird as it sounds, maybe not that early. Maybe we'll want to actually get a presence on the board. I kind of want a draw to be in my hand, but we'll see. Here's a Guiding Figure. That's a good start. Let's hope to draw some more Starship pieces. Well, that's a Zarema Priest, okay. What a surprise, though. Well, Priest is probably like the worst matchup for Death Knight, because you don't really like have, despite like Dirty Rats getting out as a Remy, obviously, despite that, you don't really have too much of an early aggression, like unless you actually like draw all of those Starship pieces. But yeah, as far as this right now, okay, well, we could kind of like do a Brittlebone just like for sake of it, like who cares, right? I think I'm not ready for Durad. Might be. He left a lot of cards. He might just like draw his Arena here. Maybe I should just like summon. But if we get like a 12-7 out, like the game is over, right? No, not sure. Let's go with Brittlebone here. Not really ready to risk like this. Well, he doesn't have a response, which is like a good sign. But we don't really have some Starship pieces. Let's find some, right? Ancient of Yore, Morbid Swarm. Okay, not too bad.
Find me in the dream.
Illusory, okay. I kind of want to protect that city. We can do here power plus a Morbid Swarm, like for example, to kill that off. We have another Brittlebone. Maybe we should just like go for an Ancient of Yore and try to find like our Starship pieces here and try to go like be as aggressive as possible. Maybe that is like, you know, maybe that is a turn. Like I don't believe a turn of a Morbid Swarm plus a Hero Power plus a Red is kind of like good here. Might be wrong though. He has like a kind of like a 10 drop here, right? Like potentially. Don't really like that. Is there a 10 drop or something like this? We can just like, you know, summon it and the game is over. So I guess this is like the right turn here. Let's go. Need to find Starship pieces, unfortunately. Headless Horseman is here for us if we want. For a full board clear. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Still no Starship pieces for us, unfortunately. Need some. But at least now we have kind of like a board clear with a Red, so we're not like, you know, too scared to actually summon something huge from his hand. Summoning probably a Zaribi or an Airlock should be kind of like game over for him. But who knows? Fly of the Shells just like clears off. Oh my. That was 5 hits, right? So he has like 5 dragons. Summon this one. Exodar, kind of like a joke here, but we can try it right here. Like, I'm not sure. Can be enough for us to kill a 12-7, alright? Okay, let's go. Unfortunate. Leches. Oh, that's pretty good. Not like it matters too much, but better than nothing, though. Better than nothing, though. Okay, well, 4 damage to a minion. Something like this should be fine. Let's just clear as much as possible. Unfortunately, the red didn't get us like what we wanted, but see what's up. Maybe we'll get another one and get lucky this time. What is up, my dude? Exodar is kind of like, you know, sad out there, considering like we don't really have any Starship pieces. We have like 14 cards in the deck, like we drew through most of the deck so far. And we found only one of those 6 Starship pieces for us, unfortunately. Should we like discover here? Oh, like a gas line. That's not too bad. I mean, it's kind of like aggressive. No Muncher at least like clears. Not sure. Let's go with this one. I just go with this kind. We don't really like have anything to play so far. And the game actually lost too long already. At least it is an 8 drop. Not the bad one, but one. Talon, okay. Interesting. Oh, we're overdrawing here. Corpse Explosion. Okay. Finally found at least something here. Do I want to draw here? Like, maybe I should summon like one wild pyro, just like for sake of it. I'm not sure. Maybe even an Orbital Moon. Not sure. Let's draw here. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll find something like cheap. Oh, here's a wild pyro for us. Like for example, like we can play it out right now. Current defense crystal. Okay. I just play that city. I don't really want to hit that one. Don't really want him to draw one extra card. It's a huge drop. Maybe Brittlebone will survive and at least like play something here. Might happen. Might happen though. So many dragons for him. Like if he has a Nerlox at some point, and he might just like draw that. He drew all the like all the heavy cost like dragons so far as I understand that, and all he needs is kind of like a Nerlox here, and this can be like his way to actually find it, or a bird watching obviously. That's weird, but okay. Didn't find an Nerlox? How many minions do you have on your deck? So weird.
What pretty petals!
What pretty petals? You don't really have a full combo yet? Really? Really now? Like we have to play this like 100% though. Before Brittlebone dies. Before the Brittlebone dies. But like what else? Maybe another Soulbound Spire like with a -2 attack from a Nightmare Lord Xavius here. It can be good. It can be kind of like really good. I don't really like see the point of actually clearing that stuff. Like he might have a Zarimi like already. Maybe he just like played because he doesn't have a count. In such a case, we should actually clear. Not sure. In such a case, we should actually clear, right? Maybe that's fine. To clear here. Let's do this. We kind of like have a board and all of the good stuff, so who cares? Like, if he has a full combo right now, it might be a huge problem, obviously. Even a couple of dragons, were drawn. There's a Nerlox, obviously. Well, he was waiting for it, right? Or... is it enough? Should be, right? Should be enough. Well, that is fun and interactive, right? Unfortunately. We didn't get a chance to even launch a Starship because we didn't like draw any Starship pieces, and we were not lucky enough to get like something with a Dirty Rat. Didn't even draw a second one. Well, sometimes games like this happen. Well, unfortunately. Well, we had our win conditions like against the Remy Priest. We know like for sure there is kind of like when you play a DK kind of like a trollish one against an ODK deck, you will die eventually. You need to find like all of those like specific ways for you to win the game. And it didn't find like any. Like our way was to either like apply a lot of pressure on the board, like with Starship pieces, launch a huge Starship, get a lot of 10 drops that are kind of like massive. Hope for him not to have a repackage, and usually like priests don't really even run that. Sometimes, right? And sometimes they run like one. So if you'll apply like a pressure like early enough, it might be enough for us. Maniam. Oh, that is not a spell mage, really? Interesting. That is probably a Skyla imbue, right? Yeah. Considering this card, I think that is a Skyla imbue. We can try to, you know, reach for a Wisp right there. Why do you keep playing them? Let's reach for a Wisp. Oh my. Didn't reach out. That's a lot of damage then. 6-8 on the board this early. All phase, please. Decent enough. All phase, please. 50-50. Nice. Soulbound Spire here, okay. Okay. I can play. I should be like, you know, play a guiding figure here, just like Forsaken. Yeah, let's not be greedy. Let's play this one.
Follow the flutter wings.
Sanguine Infestation for us. Interesting. We're probably like playing everything so far. Just to like to get on the board. Like he has a lot of damage. Too much, I would say.
Eyes on the horizon.
Too much damage. Oh, another Starship piece, interesting. Like we have an Arkonite defense crystal here, but he'll probably not go face with everything. Like probably so. Feels like he has a board clear. A Star Search. Oh, it's not too much. That is not too much too. Well, okay. Sanguine Infestation, 1-2, 1, what to play this? Let's go. We need a 1-call spell, and we will probably win this one. 1-call spell and survive one more turn. Okay, we're kind of like surviving here 100%. But a 1-call spell will just like do crazy stuff for them. 21 card, 4 cards, that's 4 out of 21 right there, right? 4 out of 21. Let's see if he trades. Interesting. Oh, he does, okay. For 2 extra damage other. Okay. It's not enough, right? Yeah, we have to launch here, unfortunately. Let's go. Let's see if he has any kind of like response to it. Shouldn't be the case. But it might just like die. We have only like 8 health here, you know? Maybe it's a problem. If he doesn't have a way to clear that out, that can be a problem for him. And it seems like he doesn't, right? No, he does not. Oh my. I kind of need the healthiest minion possible, like right now. Do I like more? He imbued like a lot of times, right? He might have a mate something. Just a little weird guy right there. Let's do that for now. That's not too much, but he might get like something like a flame strike here, right? Yeah, he has to attack here, has to attack 1 wisp and 2/6. He tries to clear, tries to go for a blizzard at least, right? Tries to go for a blizzard at least. Okay, an intellect, okay, not too much. Headless Horseman is out. Got 21 damage here, okay. Good stuff. Destroy, 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 destroy. Just in case he has, like, you know, destroys a wisp, draws 3 cards. In such a case, this is kind of like a little better. So he, like, you know, needs to spend some mana before he draws. Everyone, okay. Awesome. Well, we have a board clear, it's not like too much of a problem zone. Not too much of a problem zone. Elusive stuff is a problem, because now we cannot like kill him 100% zone. Elusive stuff is kind of like a problem. Well, we have like one. We need a top deck of. Not sure. Okay, he destroyed it. Like, don't really have to care about it anymore, I guess. Cane intellect. Okay, can draw like all 3, all 3 bombs right there. That would be fun. That would be fun though. Okay, in such a case we clear, right? Not really too much of a problem here. Not really too much of a problem here. We have to do extra damage, obviously, just in case he draws. All of those good stuff. Morbid Swarm. Like, do we need that? Like, all those 1/1s will die, and we don't really like have the way. We can like save it for a wildfire. Well, we still have like an amulet here for a wildfire, so. So let's go. This kind of like, you know, helps us out a little. Doesn't draw any bombs, unfortunately. Could draw 3 and die, you know? Here's a single one body for him, okay. Ambient trigger, okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage by the way. Is that enough though? I'm kind of glad I actually, like, played some minions. It's not enough, but that's a lot of damage. Fireball into our face, bro. Seriously out there. Orbital Moon. Oh, it's juicy. You know what? I think our win condition here is to rely on him drawing a bomb. And that is like, what? 20%?
It's about to get very cold.
And they will fall. You like to play with fire? Time is short. I must retort.
Shadows are rising again! Shadows are rising again!
Nah, didn't draw any bomb. Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Fate has spoken. I am broken.
Like this card's like, you know, you have a Kil'jaeden and a Ceaseless dead in your hand against kind of like an aggro deck. And one Orbital Moon without like even any pairs so far. for you to heal. So unfortunate. Like these two games, those are kind of like bad matchups. Like I know about that, but you know, you can always like get your win conditions. Like it's not like you don't really have a chance. Like you have a lot of potential ways for you to overcome all of those decks. I'm not sure like why we're that unlucky not to draw any. Paladin. And gets another, like you know, again another one that we have a lot of ways to deal with. Let's see, you know, if we get lucky now here. Like yesterday when I played a BBU Death like a Starship version too, the first like I lost like the first 3 games, and after that like it became blast because like you know I just like won pretty much like almost every matchup. You know, when I was like trying out some cards. I guess that is like you know that is the issue of a long-term like you know commitment to that stuff. It's kind of like a good deck. I've seen it kind of like is one of the best performing like so far on the ladder. You have like only probably like 15 decks that actually perform well on the ladder right now. And one of those 15 is kind of like a Starship DK. Need some coffee probably. Maybe that is like the problem here. Maybe the lack of coffee is a problem here. But I don't really... Well, I have a board clear for first... Sea Shanty. And we'll see if there is enough. Okay, I need to draw here like crazy. So. Exodar, okay. Well, at least we have a guiding figure, finally. Like, you know, any Starship pieces help, I would say. Any of those. And we need board clears, as far as I see it. He doesn't kill bows? Interesting. Interesting stuff. Do we need corpses here? I guess we do, right? We can kind of clear, like, do we care? No, I guess we want to clear. Let's do 4 damage here. I guess we want to clear. Because for him to actually buff something, he needs to spend mana, right? And that is important. And obviously he drew a 1-drop here, okay. And obviously that happened for him, okay. Quicker and fly more, okay. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We can try to get an Ursal out, but I guess those are both sea shanties, right? I guess those are both sea shanties. We can go for an ancient of Yore. We'll not overdraw here, right? This way. Yeah, let's go. If we have the chance to actually summon that stuff, like we have to do it. There's an Arkonite defense crystal, that is nice. We need like this innate to be 10 damage, hopefully. Oh, here's the first sea shanty. There's one. We can clear now. We can clear now. Let's go. Oh, here's an Ursal. The game is over. Oh, the game is over, bro. You'll not be able, like, to deal as much damage, like, never in the world. You can just, like, consider it now. All we need is just, like, to find another board clear, like, one more and the game is over, right? But even if it don't, like, we still have an Arkonite defense crystal plus a Brittlebone here. So we're kind of like okay. One more board clear and the game is done. You can just like play a Shalander Zone like by itself. Obviously, he has one. Obviously so. Which damage is that? Oh, doesn't have anything so far. Okay. Well, we still have an Arkonite defense crystal here. We need either like a small spell right there, or board clear. Well, here's a small spell for us. Not too bad. That's pretty sweet.
The sun shines.
Oh my, that's a lot of damage, this one. And a lot of drum. Well, you know, we're kind of like, as funny as it is, like we need one more board clear. Just one more. Might be a problem for us right now, you know. That's not enough for now. And this will die, right? Yep. Another Ancient of Yore for us. It's a 9/9. We don't have a spell. Can do an Exodar like by itself, because why not? And just like 4 pieces, right? Let's go for the pieces here. Where's that? Let's go. Yeah, it's pretty easy so far. Starship just like wins by itself, right? And that is exactly like a win conditions that I was talking about, like when I you know, before I started to play this. Like you have this win condition as soon as like turn 6-9, and sometimes like in control matchups. You have win conditions after, right? Like the longer the game goes, you have like much bigger win conditions, and this is kind of like more of a mid-range. I kind of like enjoy this so far because there are a lot of aggro going on these days. We need to go for Starship pieces. Like we'll probably find some kind of like board clear. Flooding our hand right now with board clears is not like the way to go, I think. We need to get on the board, like, you know, trade off and then like hope for good draws. Oh my. Such a nice guy right there. Well, let's hope he doesn't have a drink. Because if he does, you know, we'll trade off. Let's ignore him, no one cares. Like, we need to destroy that Cine. Like, it feels like he doesn't have any kind of like 1-drops for him to buff. Might be, you know, might be good. Draw a spell, okay, not a problem. Oh, how nice that is! All the 3 spells were like holy spells, okay. Yeah, good to know. That is good to know. Oh, Chillfallen here at least. Okay. The train? Yeah, okay. Well, that's nice. As you know, the more health I have like on my face right there, like the happier I am, though.
The citadel stands strong.
Need some draws. They're right, okay. That's pretty cool. Sanguine Infestation like clears that off right now. But I guess he will buff. Divine Brew, okay. Might go for an 8/8, right? Might go for an 8-8. In this way, we'll at least clear like a 6-2 here. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Another red for us. Do we care? I kind of want to leave that on the board. Like, he doesn't have a board clear. Let's see, we have an Arkonite defense crystal, we have an Ancient of Yore. Headless Horseman will kind of like clear an 8-8 off. The only problem for us right now is like when he will hit us our face twice here. He'll hit our face twice here, unfortunately. And when I'll... Poison Breath, interesting. You kind of have a few options here. Right? You can go for a Red and hope he doesn't have any minions. Because we don't really like have a board clear this way, like, you know, right now. You can do an Arkonite defense crystal. That will be, you know, kind of like a possibility for us to stay alive. Much damage is 3-2, not too much. Ancient of Yore, you know, a little worse, a little worse. Headless Horseman will clear that off after, yeah, but if he has a Sea Shiny, oh my, I'm kind of dead here, right?
I have but little time.
Withdraw. Soulbound Spire, okay. I think this is a little more efficient. For now, it feels like he has to, like, you know, hit a 10-9 into a 4-5 here, like this way. At least it feels like this. He might just like try to go ahead and protect it, and we hope like a Sea Shiny is not in his hand yet, because we don't really have a board clear. Like we're not able to actually draw any so far. He needs 3 drinks. Like he might have those. Oh, he has a 4 damage. Okay. Oh, all manager. Okay, fine. Oh, that's 10 damage into our face. Strong.
Move quickly.
And a Sea Shiny. No board clear for us. No board clear for us. Is there a way for us to survive with a Red? Like if he doesn't have minions only, right? It will consume 3 hits. It will destroy him once, 3 hits, only 1 hit is left. Well, yeah, this is kind of like our way to survive if he doesn't have minions, right? Headless Horseman doesn't solve anything so far right now. Well, this doesn't even like give us away, because it will not be a reborn. Because it won't be a reborn. And unfortunately, like, he does have that. Okay. Unfortunately, he does have a minion with a huge amount of damage here, unfortunately. And we didn't draw any board clears. Well, yet again, same problem, right? Like, if we don't really, like, draw anything so far, And they like get everything they want. Like a sea shine, like for them to lose this game, all they needed is just to not draw a sea shiny here. For us to lose this game, it was to like not to draw any kind of like board clears. For us, as a win condition on for his side of the board actually happened, and for and not vice versa. So.
Versus Queen Ashara.
My music will wash over you.
Underestimate me at your peril.
Again, another imp probably. I probably want to leave an Arkonite Defense Crystal. Their red is probably out. Like, we need some better early drops, I would say. That's much better. All we need right now is to draw one more Soulbound Spire, and we're like Gucci here. And one more like chip spell. And we should be good to go. The previous one had a grip, Debram. Imagine that. Graveta actually won him a game, right? Because he actually took control of a Starship and got 10 drops that I had to clear. Well, we finally drew this. Well, okay. Well, here's our chip spell, so we just chill. Okay. So we can summon, we can launch as soon as turn like 6. Okay, that's pretty good. What is happening out there? Let's see if he has a clear. Like, if he doesn't, like, it might be a game over instantly here. Oh, obviously, Resonance Coil from a Primordial Girl Baron. Oh, so that is a Spell Mage, right? That is a Spell Mage, okay. Whatever, then. Whatever. 2 Guardian Figures next turn, after that an Arkonite Defense Crystal, and a launch with a coin. And that should be a game over.
I found a sea urchin.
It's not even a Spell Mage. What is that one then? Protoss? Protoss Mage, really? Well... Well, okay. Protoss Mage. Oh my god. I'm not sure what, like, how well a Protoss Mage does. Like, it's obviously less than 50% like right now in the ladder. But Protoss Mage 48.4. Well, and a lot of people actually play that. I don't know, interesting. It's kind of like really prevalent. 4.5% of the ladder playing Protoss Mage, really? Kind of surprised here. Chrono Boost, okay. Well, it's an ODK deck, right? It's an ODK deck, and you kind of like, kind of chilling there with an ODK stuff. So, like, why not, right? Like, why not? Chilling with an ODK. But it's, It's kind of like our deck with the rats is even better against like a Protoss Mage, like compared to Zerimi, because you have like much higher chance for you to actually summon Colossus from their hand with a Derat. Golden Cannon, okay. Well, until this dies, we cannot like summon, so we'll probably like play an Energy of Yore here. Just like, just to be safe. Until this dies. As soon as this dies, we can just like do, a launch plus. Ooh, that's pretty good. A launch plus a chip spell. Ceaseless, really. Horizon Waves, okay, it's dead now. It's dead now. Pyro. Should we go like greedy here? Like, I don't believe so. Don't believe we have to go like to greedy here. We can just like summon the whole board and just like kill him. How about that? Sounds fine. Sounds fine. Master Tola. 8, 9, fine. Let's go. Exodar. Just about time, bro. Just about time after we launched like all the Starship pieces here, bro. Oh my. Buy one, get one, okay. We can do a Headless Horseman here, but what is that? Not that? No, it's just a beast. Beast, okay. We can make it reborn. And I think that is like the best target. Let's go. Huge.
Eight combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Get a copy, bro. Well, he might freeze. Just to kind of like survive. You know? Not too bad, though. Here's a freeze. Corpse Explosion will guarantee us a gazillion health, but I don't really want that. It's kind of like hurts our board here. Starts to clear. How pity, though. How pity for you. We'll probably kill this anyway with Headless Horseman, but he might just like, you know, attack here. Was it 25%, you know, for us? That's pretty nice. Nice. Awesome, thank you. And this is finally that for us. It's a spell burst, right? Does it have a spell burst though? It does. Should be.
What's their weakness?
But I'll summon only one, right? Only one minion here, unfortunately. Just wait. What's better than nothing? Eee, let's go. Nice minion, but that's just awesome. So.
Race cancelled.
That's just awesome. So. Oh my, and a lag zone. I'll probably go with this one anyway, and let's roll out. No, he still didn't concede, and he got a Colossus out. Interesting. Solid stuff going on. Solid. We can wait with the Headless Horseman, like, you know. Like, do we care though? I kind of want to draw. Here. There's a 4 damage here. Found a way to clear. That's props to him. But we just need to get the last Colossus out of his hand. That's about it. And that's about it. And the way we do that, he probably has some kind of bonuses. So as soon as he does a Colossus plus a bonus, that is the time we do it right here. And we hope to find a second one. Here. Pawn and cannon, okay. Pretty much like, if a second Colossus is dead, pretty much the game is over, like usually. It's pretty strong. Otherwise, a card guard is kind of like, can win games solo, obviously. Might be like too much of a value. Do we have like another... Oh, we don't really have any more Starship pieces. How awesome. How awesome.
Maybe this one
Or that one. Let's go. can summon the Brittlebone just like for sake of it, because we don't really need it anymore. So let's do it. We can even summon Wild Pyros because we don't really have Poison Brass anymore too. The fact that he was able to actually summon the Colossus huge enough to clear the board, can actually props to him. And he was like lucky enough not to summon a soul speaker or something like a 10 cost that actually like summons whatever kind of like death round minions you have. At that point, like you could summon a Starship like yet again, and that would be kind of like an infinite value, so like potentially, obviously, is what it is. Really? How did I not see like a Soulbound Spire? Oh, well, my deck trigger is messed up. Okay, I was like, I kind of like thought I have it, and then like a deck trigger like didn't show that up. But then, like it is what it is. So like, well, if you don't really have a Soulbound Spire, why would we need like a Brittlebone here in this game? Unfortunate. Deck tracker was messed up, so. Not fun on cannon, okay. We could try to find like the Lost Colossus, make it as huge as possible. Not lucky enough to get a Starship piece from this one. I mean, a good draw. I need something like a Nightmare Lord Xavius into an Engine of Yore, I would say. That would be like perfect though. Or into a Red with double Battle Crime. That would be awesome too. This is nice. Just about time. Kind of like lack value here. Here's a Red Forest, not too much. Okay, let's see what happens here. Dreadhound. Morbid Swarm Guard is kind of like okay-ish. To keep him busy, and that's about it. Nesting Golem is fine. Let's go with an Rubin. I'll probably go for Starship pieces here, this way. Because, like, why not? Starship is, like, not too huge. And we'll just, like, get some more health here. Let's go. Here's a pan, okay. Oh, he has a location somewhere at some point. Finally got an elemental out though, thank you. Now we have much higher chance for us to actually get a Colossus with the area here. One game, let's go. We need some time to set up like a double drain. Set up a double. A sink. Oh my god, not a Starship Baron, come on. We can clear here. We can clear here.
I'll beat them all, and they will fall.
And they will fall. Do we risk as a Durant? Like, I don't really want to. Like, is there a way for him to, like, deal 64 damage in one turn with a bounce? He just needs, like, what, 16 on a Colossus? 16 on the Colossus. Interesting. So that is a nice bear, okay. Not too bad. Let's just like keep him busy a little. I don't really want to clear the board right now. We probably need a Nightmare Lord Xavius into an Ancient of Yore, hopefully for, oh, there's one of the ways for him to actually, like, do a lot of damage, though. Pretty sweet. Now I'm kind of, like, happy we didn't play Ceaseless at this point. Okay, pretty good. That's a lot of damage, but don't get me. Nice, a Starship piece. That's pretty sweet. Oh, this thing. Corpse Explorer, just like Forsaker. Pretty good. Let's go. Let's try and find an Ancient of Yore here. Just to draw as many cards as possible. Well, here's a 2-2 copy. That's exactly what I wanted here. Just a couple of lands. Okay, so we have a board clear. We're good to go. We have one more out there. Still have an Orbital Moon type of pupils. What for? 5 damage? Okay. So now he 100% has a Colossus here, okay. That is like a given. Another ward gain, okay. Now there is 100% a Colossus in his hand. We can finally play a couple of Durats here. Let's go. Well, here's a Colossus and the game is over. Well, should be at least. Let's go with Cis and Ancient of Yore. You can summon something else, you know, try to. Let's see what he has. Keychain, really. Draw a card here. Hope for an Orbital Moon. And Chillfallen would be better, actually. Chillfallen would be better, actually. Travel Security is kind of nice. Doesn't have any kind of towns. Okay, let's go. Okay. So we'll go with the Kil'jaeden next turn. And that should be it. I don't believe like he has any kind of like win cons after like, you know, spending on both with the Colossus here. I don't believe that is the case though. He shouldn't be able to find that much damage though. Shouldn't be, doesn't mean like he doesn't have way, but you know, it depends on what kind of like cards he actually played out in his deck zone. Depends a lot on. Now it's good. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Out of cards. So let's see what you have out there. Okay. Destroying it says this way. That's pretty sweet. Another Shaladders from a title field. Okay, that is a win, right? That is a win. To deal a lot of extra damage here. A lot of extra damage here. Still not sure what kind of like win conditions this he have. As far as it is, like pretty much easy, but like you know, we had our problems here, right? We had our problems here with this deck, and it relied heavily on us, like you know, not drawing like anything so far to respond to whatever we face out there. So I'm not kind of like sure. This is kind of like a sign of a deck having like a problem here so far. Like I kind of think like the combination of an Ancient of Yore plus an Orbital Moon for you to summon like extra copies. Orbital Moons like doubled for all of those Starship, like to get like this buff more efficiently on a Starship. All of that good stuff actually, like you know, makes this deck quite strong, and you can like high roll like crazy. You'll probably like high roll more times than you like you know fall behind like this, like we had a problem before. But I guess like you know, I guess global statistics that this deck is kind of like in the top 15 or whatever, top like 20 decks, having like more than 50% win rate so far on ladder actually says that this deck is kind of strong. So you know, make sure to try it out. Hit that follow button right now. Like if you didn't do so yet, maybe you'll like the decks you know even more when I post them in the future. Maybe there will be something specifically to your preference. Make sure to check that join button. Like you know, maybe you'll want to make an old man happy right there and thank a streamer so far. But for now, thank you everyone for watching, and that is it for BBU Starship DK.